In our continuing series of Minute for Mission, I am delighted today to bring someone to you from the Mary Elizabeth Inn. The Executive Director, Dion is here with us today, and I'd like her to come forward and tell you all about the wonderful mission that is there in downtown San Francisco. Dion, please come.
For reaching out to me to have me come and be with you this morning. I want to also give a shout out to Ruth, who is just scrolling through or sharing with you a couple of pictures that I brought along. They're in no particular order. Some of them are vintage from the early days of our organization. Some are current pictures of us celebrating some of the different events that we've had. You might recognize some people because actually we have a lot of United Methodist women from the California-Nevada Conference, from the Camino Conference. They come and share their time with us often. But I want to just first say again, I'm really happy to be here this morning to enjoy this time of worship with you. Again, my name is Dion Roberts, and I'm the Executive Director of Mary Elizabeth Inn. Mary Elizabeth Inn is one of the United Methodist Women's National Mission Institutions. And I want you to know that I've been working for this organization for 5 years, and prior to taking on this position, I used to work for the City and County of San Francisco, and I was there for about 11 years. And in my capacity as a program manager, I was introduced to Mary Elizabeth Inn. And so that's how I, on a personal note, sort of became familiar with it. But once I was offered the opportunity to come work for the organization, and I learned of its affiliation with the United Methodist Church, that's really the thing that drew me to the organization. For all those years that I worked at the city, I did a job, and the job was to respond to San Francisco's homeless problem, right? To respond to the social needs. I carried out a job, a government job, basically, to respond to social needs. But once I started working for Mary Elizabeth Inn, I was able to sort of understand that this was a higher calling. It was very mission oriented. And so that's what appeals to me to this day. That's what I find fulfilling about this work, that in a way it's kind of my mission work as well. So in 1914, a woman by the name of Lizzie Glide she was a wealthy widow, actually. Her husband, John Glide, had died around 1906, and she was in San Francisco, and she was seeing the needs of women who were coming to San Francisco to start a new life. Now, you have to imagine 1914 San Francisco, women coming here to start a new life. And Lizzie Glide decided that she wanted to provide these women with a home away from home. So she founded this organization, and she named it after her 2 daughters, Mary and Elizabeth. And then, in later years, she donated it to the United Methodist Women. And so to this day, they actually own the title to the building. But this organization actually carries on her legacy. It is a nonprofit organization. We do have partnerships with the City and County of San Francisco, the Human Services Agency, as well as the Department on the Status of Women. We, in addition to our historic building at 1040 Bush Street, we also have another building called the Hotel Verona. And together, these 2 buildings house 157 women. So all of us who are here, I think in this short time, I just want to let you know how relevant. I mean, it's one thing to say, oh yes, there's this national mission institution that's been around for 102 years, but let me tell you just how relevant the organization is to this day, and how your support organization, how valuable it is to us. San Francisco does, like a lot of cities, they do a homeless count every 2 years. Last year in 2015, that data resulted in telling us that there are currently 6,700 homeless people in San Francisco. 33% of them are women. Mary Elizabeth Inn is a women's only permanent housing program. So Mary Elizabeth Inn does not maintain a wait list, for instance. People don't come to Mary Elizabeth Inn to ask for housing. We house individuals referred to us by the city and county of San Francisco. So this means that people are coming off the street, out of shelters, right, and are coming directly into one of these 157 units. So when those of us who live and work and worship in San Francisco, I think it's important for you to know that there is an organization that you're affiliated with that actually does directly respond to the city's homelessness. I just want you to be rest assured of that. There's a lot more information I can share with you, but I did bring a brochure for you, and Susie's going to make sure that this is out on the table for you to pick up, and you can read about it. And we have a website, we have a Facebook page. The contact information is here. A lot of times people want to know, what can we do to help? Of all the contracts that we have with the city and county of San Francisco, they primarily provide us with operating subsidies, meaning that they help us operate the buildings, and then we can pass along a reduced rent rate, very reduced rent rate, to those residents who are placed into housing there. But we offer other programs that don't have any designated source of funding, and one of those is our meals program. We provide free meals, breakfast and dinner, Monday through Friday. So any donations that you feel inspired to give to Mary Elizabeth Inn, just know that that will support our meals program. And I'd love to hear from you. You're always welcome to come by and visit. We host United Methodist Women often. They come by and they provide volunteer services. They serve lunch. They do jewelry making classes. There's all sorts of opportunities to be a part of the organization. So again, I want to thank you for your support of the organization, and please know that we're making our contribution. We're responding to San Francisco's homeless problem. And again, thank you